Good morning. So it is 8:56 on the 19th of May. I decided to start making these weekly update videos. I was hoping to do them on Monday, but I didn't have the idea until Monday night. So it's Tuesday today. But I just wanted to get the first one done. So basically, I used to do vlogs and stuff here and there. And the thing I used to like about them, months to years after having already made them, was to look back and to see what I was getting up to at the time and what I was thinking. So I was thinking of doing vlogs and stuff for a little while again because it's quite a pivotal moment in my life. Having just finished my undergraduate, now I'm going into my dissertation semester for my master's degree, and I'm applying to jobs, quite an array of jobs in different places. So I thought it'd be cool to have that time to look back on. So we're gonna go semi full transparency, and we're gonna look at 5 different topics every week. Ideally, 2 minutes a topic. It's gonna be boring, just me talking to a camera. But the main thing is that I want to come back in years to come and look at it. So first thing is jobs. So last month I was applying, because I'll just bring us all up to date now, and then every week will just be a weekly update. So this video is going to be long to look. Who's me? Who's probably the only one watching? So jobs. After looking around and talking to Joanna's dad and then talking to careers advisors and stuff, I thought tech consultancy would be a good idea. I just like the idea of it, mainly because I kind of didn't want to code. I know for a fact that I don't want to just be a software engineer. So I thought I want to move up that, and I would probably prefer to design systems or something like that than code. So my first ever interviews were for the Big Four, Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and EY. KPMG, my application's on hold. The rest I got through to the digital interview part, but obviously never get through that. But because it was my first one ever, so I didn't even know what to do. So anyway, I was then thinking to myself, I don't know whether or not to continue looking for tech consultancy, because tech consultancy jobs are going to be mainly in London. And the main thought that crossed my mind is, well, actually, I went on GRB, Graduate Recruitment Bureau, and applied to loads of jobs there, and got a call back for one like instantly, and it had a coding test. So I practiced coding for that, and I was like, oh, I forgot how easy this is, because my undergraduate was in computer science, master's is in management. I forgot to put that bit in at the beginning because I'm ideally just talking to me, but whatever. So I done the coding for that, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how easy this was. So then I was looking online, and I was thinking to myself, what would I rather do? Would I rather be working in London for a mediocre / normal tech consultancy, because I've left until May to get a job for September, / all my first interviews were for the best companies, so messed them up, and I can't apply again for 6 months. So would I rather go to a rubbish London tech consultancy, or not rubbish, but one that's worse than the possible job I could get as a software engineer? So I applied to software engineer roles in Glasgow and Edinburgh, JP Morgan, Accenture, and I have digital interviews for them to do, coding tests, so I need to get my coding up to scratch. So basically my line of thought right now is, what's the point in doing tech consultancy at a mediocre firm, or not mediocre, but like a firm that's not a top firm, with not that good a salary, when I could just get a software engineer role for this coming year and then reapply to these tech consultancies if I so choose to do it, you know. So that's where we are with that. Next up, uni. I actually have a deadline today in less than 3 hours, which is for human resource management. And it's a final essay, reflective essay. I'm reflecting on teamwork. Initially, I was thinking it would be really easy, but now I'm kind of struggling bringing the reflection and the literature in, because my first drafts were basically just complete reflection of me complaining about teams. But then I was thinking to myself, you know what, you really need to reflect on how you can do it better, because that's how you're going to get a mark. You know, you don't get marks reflecting saying, "Oh my God, my team was horrible" or whatever. So I think I've done all right with that. I'm just a bit worried because I don't know if it'll get like a first grading or a 2-1 grading, like a distinction or a merit. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Uni so far, because of the ability to do SP coding last semester, I've had distinction grades this whole semester so far. Oh, bar one, which was a group work. So if we get all distinctions this semester and for the dissertation, you get a distinction overall. Likelihood, don't know. Because the main reason it's pulled me through this semester is because I'm doing finance courses, risk management and accounting and corporate finance, which are really easy. I think it's just because this course is a Master of Letters, so it's for people who, you know, are wordy, whereas I'm numbery, so that's why I think the questions are pretty easy and stuff. And because it's online, I think makes it a lot easier because the calculations are effectively the same calculations they would ask in an exam. In any case, that's done well. But then I get a really bad mark for a piece of group work. Will they try again? So I think that's the... Lost my train of thought. Basically, I got a really bad mark because my team wasn't cooperating and stuff. Asked if it could get bettered, and they said no. It's teamwork is team mark, which I thought, you know, is pretty unfair considering I was getting ignored and stuff. But anyway, so that's with that. We'll wait and see what we get in that exam. After today's deadline, that will be me moving on to my dissertation, and then they've got the summer to do that. So my literature review for that is due on May 31st, and it's based on transient advantages in large tech companies, mainly because computer science background. I'm going to go into tech, and my strategy course I've done really well on last semester, so I thought just do the both. Also, transient strategy just means like short term. Transient advantage, is long, short term. Sustainable competitive advantage is long term. And Ruth McGrath's discussion on transient advantages and how they're more applicable in today's society with how dynamic everything all is really seemed obvious to me when I read it. So I thought, let's see that. Done a mini literature review, couldn't find really much on it, so I thought that'd be a good place because it's a good gap. But we'll see once I do my literature review if that's what I go for. Okay, so jobs, uni. Jesus, that took me like 7 minutes to do that. Remember about this is just the beginning one. So next week's will just be from this week. Next one, crypto. So started investing in cryptocurrency April 26th, I think. It's like a Sunday. The reason I remember it is because it was a dip. And I just started researching stuff. So I remember my granddad talking about it. So he talked about it like literally years ago, 3 years ago. And then he told me that he was considering going to do it like a couple of years before that, and said that he hadn't because he was like, oh, I don't know if it's a scam. And I was like, that's fair. I don't know anything about it. Even though I did computer science, no one talks about it. It's basically as if it doesn't exist. It's only like the news or whatever. And he was like, do you think I should do it now? And I was like, nah. I don't think so. And I can't remember why, but at the time I just didn't really research it. I was just like, probably not a good idea because it had just went up like a bazillion %. Well, it turns out that if we'd done that, it would have like, 10 100x'd. No. 10. No, I don't know. Basically, but I think Bitcoin was like under $5,000 then dollars, and today it's kind of messed up. It's like 40,000, I think, but it would have been a substantial increase. That's a 10x, obviously. It's because I was working with different numbers in my head. But basically, it could have been a really good idea. So I was watching Gary Vee. He was talking about NFTs, and I was like, Gary Vee. I used to watch him when I had an Instagram marketing thing. Got an Instagram page up to 21,000 followers in 3 months from zero. And that was all because I was like looking at Gary Vee at the time, and I thought it was pure cool. It was like my first ever listen on Audible was Gary Vee's Crushing It, don't know, the newer one of the two. And I just like was motivated for a business, done that. And then he was talking about TikTok at the time, and this must have been like 3 years ago. And I was like, TikTok's for babies. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It just sounds dumb. And now I haven't watched them for years, and TikTok is omnipresent. You know, kids, moms and dads, and now even teenagers are using it pretty frequently. So I was like, God damn it, this guy is right about everything. So he's like, NFTs are the next thing, and I'm like, they're gonna be the next thing. So I go online, research it, and I'm like, I can feel they're gonna be the next thing, but I just don't think they're gonna be the next thing for like years to come. But I suppose that is the whole point, isn't it? You know, like it's more like that after the next Bitcoin halving, they'll become like more readily available, because the biggest thing right now is knowledge, and it's like if people don't know, they don't know. So it's trying to get that out there. And I don't even think Dogecoin's opened the door, or Dogecoin, whatever, has opened the door for anyone, because it's I don't know, it can be perceived as a scam or like pointless or whatever, and that's like loads of people's exposure right now to crypto is that. But anyway, so with crypto, and I was looking up on Twitter, just doing some research, and I found a thing called Australian Safe Shepherd, AskCoin, and they were talking how they had like these partnerships with like big YouTubers and stuff, and I was thinking, they seem pretty good. And remember, at this point, I had like no idea about anything with crypto. It was literally had just started. Oh wait, I've missed the beginning bit. In the dip, and I was watching Brian Jung, and he's like, buy the dip, it's gonna come back up. So I bought it, and then it come back up. Nice one. Although it's come down since then, but you know, just because of this. So, AskCoin's gonna get it. They partnered with YouTubers with like over 1 million subscribers, and it was really, really small at the time. It was literally like, seeing you if you go and look at the chart, or I'll put the chart here, and it's like tiny, and then it goes shoo. Well, see that tiny bit? That's when I was gonna buy it. Like, I don't know, beginning of May, very beginning of May, because I didn't know anything about. This is how little I knew about crypto at the time. Just got into it on like the Saturday, I don't know, April 25th. Invested in Ethereum, Bitcoin on April 26th on Coinbase. And then I was going to buy Ask. So I transferred some Bitcoin from my Crypto.com wallet, which I got because obviously, you know, when you just start out, you're really paranoid about decentralized exchanges, so you use centralized ones. So transfer that to my wallet. It cuts like half of my money out. I'm like, what the is going on? So then I go to change this. I don't know. It becomes at the point of transaction. It's now worth like £17 because I was like, Australian Safe Shepherd is up like, you know, 100%, which I'm pretty sure it will. I'll just put 20 quid in because 20 quid's a gamble, you know. So, was it more? Was it like 40? I don't know. But it came down to like £17, and I was like, where is the rest of my money gone? So I was like, I'll just put the 20 quid in. Go to put it in, and it says it's not enough. So I keep trying on PancakeSwap. Not enough. So I was like, oh, whatever. Which in hindsight, I think it's because gas fees. I think that the gas fees were more than I already had. Never mind, like, the amount to switch over. Where's my t-shirt keep falling? So anyway, that went up like 3,000%, which is, you know, definitely could have been a better call of just buying it. But I wasn't prepared to do the gamble like that, so that's fine. And now it's gone back down and they might get listed on exchanges and stuff. I'm still not really looking at it because after Shiba Inu, I think that's what it's called, I don't see the Dogecoin thing continuing, especially not now with like this Bitcoin drop that's just occurring. Last night, I've done that thing as you do like every night. Last night I'm like, oh, I'll go to bed, maybe I'll wake up a bazillionaire with my coins. Or you wake up with, 10% down, which, was lovely. But we're still beating the market on that. We don't go as low as the market goes, and we don't go we go higher than the market goes, which is absolute luck, not good portfolioing. So anyway, the crypto, that happened, missed that boat. I'm now looking at, I'll put my portfolio here and just have a look there. And yeah, so that's my crypto stuff. Don't think there's anything really to talk about. Other than my no fee waiver waves on crypto.com in like the next couple of days. Because you get like 30 days no fee, which has been making me buy loads, but now I'm thinking, what if that then backlashes and whenever I need to take out these like sub £50 lots of money that it charges me a bunch? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess we'll find out. I'll look into it after my deadline. So, next, business. So I was thinking, for my dissertation, undergraduate dissertation, I made an app, like a sports center app for my university. And I had made one app before in university, but never in my free time because I'd always start one and I'd be like, nah, that's enough. Mainly because anyone who's ever worked with Android Studio knows it's an absolute nightmare. So anyway, last summer, I then tried to make a to-do list app. End up not doing that. Started it, but then it just was taking ages and it was lockdown and stuff, and I was at home and I was like, you know what? I've just got my master's sorted, locked in. I can't be bothered in this to-do list app because it is literally just to make a free version of one which would cost like £10 a year. So I was like, this is the worst time to reward thing ever. Because I just made my app, by the way. So I just finished it and started a new one, and I was like, oh my god, these 2 weeks between the two, I had forgot how much of a nightmare this was. So for future reference, if you ever make an app look, make sure it's something that you are passionate in so that you do it. See. So, I was looking, and you get Coin Market Calendar. They have an API, and Coin... What have I written here? Is it Coin Watch? Oh, Live Coin Watch also has an API. So I was thinking, if crypto's booming right now, why don't I make an app which just like coincides prices and like market calendar thing? So that way you'll be able to see like the events coming up. You can maybe put notifications on for it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna look into that. Maybe try that. Don't mind divulging these secrets to the world, because I don't think Elon Musk is going to watch this video and think, I'm going to make that. Though that is famous last words, to be fair. Because right now, he's not being the soundest of guys. We'll put it at that. You can also see here. So then, finally, recreationally, Gran and Papa, they came down for the weekend, which was great, because it was the first time they've been down since last year because of COVID. So that was good. I enjoyed that. And then what else did I do last week? Nothing. I had 2 deadlines for university, so I'd done literally nothing. Didn't even go to the gym. Yesterday, Wait, no, I'll not start getting into yesterday because that's for next week. Because today's Monday, not Tuesday, you know. So anyway, that's been 20 minutes. It's been twice as long as I wanted it to be. And my thoughts were all over the place, but I don't mind because this is just to look back on. So anyway, plans for this week is I want to actually learn how to code a blockchain because I'm more practical in how I learn things. And I know that even though I watch a bunch of videos on it, I'm like, I get it, kinda. Because normally what used to happen in computer science is I kinda get the conceptualization of things, but then once I coded them, I'd be like, I know it back to front, inside out. Don't worry, I know what I'm talking about. Whereas before that, I'd be kind of like, nah, don't really know what I'm talking about. I'd just be kind of pretending to myself that I know what I'm talking about. So, gonna maybe code a blockchain, I think. And if I'm going to go into software engineering, which I probably end up will, this would obviously be good to get back into coding because other than like last week, I hadn't coded for a year, literally almost a year. It would have been like a year to the date in this coming week because that's when my dissertation was due. Oh wait, no, because I done my app. I don't know. You know what I mean? I've not like properly coded since being at uni, like undergraduate uni. So lost my train of thought again. It's because I've not had my morning coffee. Although we have our morning breakfast that I have every morning, bagel and eggs. Just come out of my mind because I'm starving now. This has been going on for ages. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Plans this week. So also after I'm going to do some practice coding. Going to do my coding test for JP Morgan, Accenture. I'm going to look and see if there's other jobs in Glasgow and Edinburgh, because the point that I forgot to make there was basically that what's the point going to London when I go to Glasgow or Edinburgh, which is closer to home for me, obviously, Scottish accent. I don't live up in Glasgow or Edinburgh anymore, but like I don't live right round about the Glasgow vicinity or Edinburgh at St Andrews, or like near there at St Andrews. I don't live in that central belt, us more suddenly now, but it'd be better, I think, to work in Scotland, mainly with my accent. You know, imagine me like this trying to talk to people from England. It was bad enough at university, but anyway, I'm just joking. But yeah, so probably go there, just closer to home and more familiarity and stuff like that. You know, what's the point in moving to London myself, knowing no one for a job that's not the perfect job? Not the perfect, but you know what I mean. So yeah, well, I'll also look at other jobs, probably software engineering jobs, because time's ticking away. Just like this video. My apologies. So anyway, it's good to talk to you. Talk to you in a bit. Bye.